Mr. Cross, since you're at class breaking rules at school, how do you make fractions into decimals?
Sure, since I'm here, great question. Let's start with a really simple one. Let's actually go with something like...
Magician?
Okay, let's do 1/4. 1/4 as a decimal. Here's the easy version of how we need to do this. One way we can do it is we can divide, kind of like we did in our last video. So we can do 1 divided by 4. That looks crazy, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and change this. So people are probably like, 4 doesn't go into 1 easily. It does if I put zeros on the end. Isn't that crazy? So first thing, I wanna make sure I put a decimal up here because there's a decimal here. All right, put a decimal here, decimal here. 4 goes into 1 0 times. We already thought that, right? Doesn't go in any times at all. Then 4 goes into 10. 4 goes into 10, how many times? Twice. So then we can say 4 times 2, we get 8. Then we subtract. 10 minus 2, or 10 minus 8, I skipped ahead, is 2. So now, you're thinking, well, Mr. Cross, 4 does not go into 2 evenly. You are absolutely correct. However, if I put a 0 here, which I can do, 4, bring this 0 down, 4 goes into 20 5 times. So that works out. Now, I can go ahead and say 4 times 5 is 20. I subtract. 20 minus 20 is 0. I have no remainder. So my new answer, if I go ahead and point, probably could do some magic right here. If I go ahead and put a number right there, I can go ahead and have my answer. So 1/4 equals 0.25.
Hey, so Mr. Cross, real quick, right, before you Mary Poppins out of here, how do you change it back, though? That's a serious question.
Yeah, how do you change it back?
Yeah.
It's a great question. First of all, let's do some movie magic real quick. Oh, probably need some work up there. Let's do some movie magic again. And
perspective,
so we know that 0.25, 0 point, magic isn't perfect, 0.25 equals 1/4. We already know that answer. What we can do now is we can take this decimal and put it over 100. So I'm gonna say 25 over, as a fraction, 100. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now I have it as a fraction. I could leave it this way. This is a fraction, this works, but all of my students know all of my students know that you need to simplify. So what's the number that goes into both of these? Let's look and see. I know that 1 goes into both, 2 doesn't go into both. I could go through this whole thing, right? But I could easily just skip forward, do some magic here, and I could have 25 goes here, 100 goes here. Ooh, and I made a mistake here. I'm dividing because I'm simplifying. And let's do some movie magic to get our answer real quick. All right, so looking at this to break it down for you, 25 over 100 equals 25 over 100, right? So we just move this over. Then we divide 25 because 25 goes into both 100 and 25. It is a number that works for both. So we say 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. What questions do you have?
Nothing. I'm cool, Mr. Cross. Good looks.